In this video, I am going to consider a set of ordered pairs and determine whether it forms a function, and if it does, then determine the domain and then determine the range. If it doesn't, of course, we have to give a reason why it doesn't. The easiest way to determine whether a given ordered pairs form a function is to create a mapping. So as you know, this basically represents xy pairs. Okay, these ordered pairs are xy pairs. So the first elements are x's, so I take 2, 5 and -3. So this is my 2, 5 and -3 here in the first set. In the second set, 3, -7 and 4, 3, -7 and 4 in the second set. Now I'm gonna do the mapping. 2 goes into 3 because 2, 3. 5 goes into -7, 5 goes into -7, and -3 goes into 4. There you go. These are the mappings. Of course, it does satisfy the definition of function, which is it's a mapping between two sets where each item in the first set maps to only one item in the second. And as we can see from this mapping, it does so. So therefore, these given set of ordered pairs do in fact make a function, and the elements or the items, the first items are called domain. So all the first items in the pairs is going to consist or is going to make the domain, and the second item, set of all the second items, is going to be the range. So your domain is going to be 2, 5 and -3, and your range is going to be 3, -7 and 4. Now let me give you an example where it actually doesn't form a function. Let's consider this set of ordered pairs, and I'm going to create the mapping like the way I did for the last problem. So let's look at the mapping here. By the way, the first element are the x elements and the second elements are the y elements, or first values are x values, second values are y values. So I take -5, 3 and -5. By the way, this -5 appears twice, so I can just cross this one out. I don't need to repeat it. So let's do the mapping. -5 goes to 0, so this goes to 0. 3 goes to 1, 3 goes to 1. And also, by the way, this 1, it appears twice in the range, so I can just cross it out too. And then the third -5, 1 says that this also goes to 1. So this is a problem, by the way. Look, I have one item in the first set that's getting mapped onto two different items in the second, which is 0 and 1. Look, here this pair says that -5 maps to 0. This pair says that -5 maps to 1. That is unacceptable. That violates the definition of function. The definition of function says that first item, each item in the first set will be mapped to only one item in the second. So each item in the first set domain must be mapped to only one item in the range. So this mapping or this ordered pairs as it is given does not form a function. So therefore it is not a function. As a matter of fact, I shouldn't be using the word domain and range here. I should be using first set and second set, because this mapping does not even form a function. The words domain and range is reserved for function. Okay? I hope that this discussion was helpful. Thank you very much.